Lots of words for a math question, but let's just dive in. Let's see what we get. It's definitely a line, right? Y equals mx plus b. The equation above represents the speed y in feet per second of Sheila's bicycle x seconds after she applied the brakes at the end of a ride. If the equation is graphed in the xy plane, which of the following is the best interpretation of the x-coordinate of the line's x-intercept in the context of the problem? Well, regardless of a story, an x-intercept is where y is equal to 0. And they tell us y is the speed. So the speed is equal to 0. So I don't know. Let's just see if anything happens there, right? Is there anything that just says the speed is 0, right? So A, the speed of Sheila's bike in feet per second before Sheila applied the brakes. Well, if she hasn't applied the brakes, she's not going at 0 miles per hour, feet per second, whatever it is, right? So it's not 0 speed. B, the number of feet per second the speed of Sheila's bicycle decreased each second after Sheila applied the brakes. That sounds like a slope, but we don't really want a slope, right? We want a specific point where y is equal to 0. The speed is equal to 0, so no, it's not that. C, the number of seconds it took from the time Sheila began applying the brakes until the bicycle came to a complete stop. Well, if it's at a complete stop, y is 0. So maybe, let's keep that open. D, the number of feet Sheila's bicycle traveled from the time she began applying the brakes until the bicycle came to a complete stop. So also that has y equals 0. So, okay, that part is there. So what else can we do? Let's just see what else is different between these choices. Here's an easy thing, right? The number of seconds, the number of feet, right? So let's see. They want the x coordinate. What is x? They tell me x is the number of seconds. So it's probably C. And it is, right? So a lot of these questions, whether they're lines or quadratics or whatever other weird function they can come up with, are really just about understanding the units. In this case, we're also layering in this idea of an intercept. So we do need to be able to recognize when they talk about intercepts, they might use the word, but they also might kind of change it slightly, but we're getting a 0. And that's an easy thing for us to focus on because now we have a 0 that we can work into the story and we have a unit for that, right? And in the case of an x-intercept, that means the y is equal to 0. So that's what really helped us out here. So break these apart. It's really not about interpreting the equation so much as it is about very simple understandings of the kinds of things we care about for any story, for any equation that has a mathematical component. Intercepts are very important for lines. Slopes can sometimes be important for lines. And then for other things, there are other landmarks that matter. But just keep it simple. And usually you can do a little process of elimination like I did and get your way to the right answer.